Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to discuss data types and objects and strings in detail. First, we need to know about the data types. What are the data types, what exactly their purpose is, and why we use the data types. So, data types, as their name indicates, is the what type of data variables store. Like what type of data stored by a variable. A variable can have a different data types like integer, float, or character type data, string type data. So actually a type of data stored by a variable are basically the data types. So Python contains the built-in data types. What does it mean, a built-in data types? It means that are predefined by the programming language, which means that we don't create them, we do not modify them, we just use them. They are predefined in our programming language. We just use that data types in our code. Some of the predefined data types are, these include int, wait, int, float, character, and complex, and boolean. These are all the predefined data types, which mean that they are already defined by the defined in the programming language. We do not need to create them, we do not need to modify them, we just use them. There are some other data types like sequence data types, which are string, list, tuple, and range. Sequence data types are mostly used to store the sequential data. Sequential data means the type of data in sequence or in some order. Like for example, if we take a list, so there must be a sequence of data like 1, 2, 4, 7, 5. Okay, so it must contain a sequential data. So these are the data types. There is another data type which is a mapping type. It contains only, mapping type contain only this. Okay, so it is also possible for us to create a user-defined objects, like a programmer can create a user-defined objects. These data types are predefined, means these are built-in data types that are predefined in programming language. We do not create them, but it is also possible for us to create a user-defined object. So user-defined objects are classes and functions. Classes and functions are the user-defined objects. We create them, we use them, we execute our code in classes and functions. We modify them, we use them in some other code. So these are not predefined, these are created by the programmer. So the most important thing that is in Python is everything that we use in Python is called as an object. Like every class, every function, user-defined data types, predefined user-defined objects, built-in data types, all are objects. And what actually an object is? Object is anything that have a unique behavior or having a unique attribute. What does it mean? An object can have a type or a value or an identity. So For example, we create a class, it must have a class name, class type, class identity. If we create a function, function must have a function name, function type, and function value. For example, I create a string type object. For example, str. Okay, str is a string type object, and I'm going to give it a value hello world. So what is this? This is a string type object. This is an instance of a string object. So this string must be the instance of a string object. Sorry, this string must be the instance of a string object. Okay, and this must be the value of the string or value of the object, and definitely identity will be the this string. Okay, understand? An object must have a type, value, and identity. Here the type is the string type object. An identity is this, that I created a string type object str, and its value is hello world. So there's another thing that there are a number of ways to compare an object. Like if we use an if conditions, we can compare an object. Like we can compare the values of an object, we can compare the objects, or we can compare the types of an object. For example, if we say if a is equals to b, it means that we are comparing the values, means a and b having the same values. Okay, let me write here. Okay, a and b having the same values. If we say that if a is b, it means that a and b are the same objects. Okay, and if we say that if type of a is type of b, it means that the type of A is, and the type of B is same. Whether it is an integer type, it is a float type, it is a character type, or a string type, they both having the same types. Okay. Now there are two. We define the objects. What are objects? How we use objects. Okay. Now there are two types of objects which are mutable. Okay, which are mutable and immutable. Now, mutable objects are the objects that can have their value change. Mutable objects, I'm going to repeat this. Mutable objects are the objects that can have their values change, and immutable objects are those objects that cannot change their values. They cannot change their values during the runtime, and mutable objects can change their values. It means that the immutable objects, we can insert a value, we can append a value, we can remove a value, and all these operations. In immutable objects, we cannot change the values, but we perform some operations on these objects. So and the example of mutable objects are the list. For example, I gave here some values 1 2 4 6 5, and if I want to change the list values, I can insert a new value, I can I can append a new value, I can remove an existing value. So these are mutable objects. But if we talk about the immutable objects, in immutable objects we cannot change the values. Fine. So now okay, now we will discuss okay, example of immutable objects are the strings. Let me no 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 Okay, leave it. I was just explaining this. It's not a code. It's not. It's not a program. It's just a. You can say a simple explanation of what I was explaining you. I was just typing here. Now I'm going to tell you about the basic string operations that we perform on string, because strings are the immutable objects and we cannot change the values of the string, so we perform some operations. And so what are the strings? Strings are the sequence of characters and they are the immutable object. So first of all we will discuss the method capitalize. Okay, what does this capitalize method do? Is it basically changes the string with only first character capitalized. What does the function of the capitalize method? It returns the string with only first character capitalized, the rest of the string remaining lowercase. It doesn't affect the rest of the string, it only capitalizes the first character. Okay, let me write a code. S is equals to hello. Okay, print new str. Okay, I declare a string variable hello, and I want to change the first character of hello h to a uppercase letter or capitalized letter. So we will use a capitalize method. Now, see, it only changed the h to uppercase letter and the rest of the string remaining the lowercase letter. Here is another method which is lower. Okay, what does this method do is change all the uppercase letters to lowercase letters. Uh, you can simply write it as, okay, my name is Ikra, okay, dot lower. This is a easy way to write a code, or to write or to perform these or to execute these methods. So it will change all the uppercase letters into lowercase letters. See, all the lowercase letters remain the lowercase letters, but all the uppercase letters are changed into the lowercase letters. Okay, now there is another method which is, here you want to count. Okay, count is used to count the number of repeated values. The number of time a string is repeated, a number of time a word is repeated in a string. So it will tell us it will return a number or a digit, because it will tell us the number of times a word is repeated in a digit. So for example, s is equals to be beautiful, comma, beautiful flower. Okay, wait. Beautiful flower. So we will take another variable which will store the string s. So another variable new str is equals to s dot count, we are going to ask the compiler to count the number of times a beautiful word is repeated. So we will give a beautiful b o beautiful here, sorry, b, okay. And print the new variable, new str. It will return the amount of time this word is repeated. So the beautiful is repeated 2 times. Okay. There is another method, string method, which is find. What's the function of this method is it is used to find the index of first occurrence of a substring within the string. Like, where is the first substring located in our string? Only the first substring, not the other substring. So it is used to find the first substring in our strings. So okay, I'm going to use the easiest way, to not a lengthy way to write the code. So for example, I am reading a book. Okay, I'm reading a book, for example, like this. Yeah, I'm reading a book dot find. Okay, I want to find a substring a, for example, a, sorry, no, not a, okay, book in a string, so it will return the 15. Okay, now count where is the occurrence of a book in a string. It will also count a space as a it will also count as a space as an index. So count the space as an index. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So here the first substring of a book is located at the 15th index. Sorry, we need to start it with 0 index. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 14, and this 15. So 15, at 15th index we found the first substring of our string. Understood? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, now the next method is expand tabs. Okay, expand tabs. What does this method do is it simply replaces tabs in string with spaces. Where there are string spaces, where there are tabs, it simply replaces it with strings. Okay, so I'll write here. I want to expand tabs with how many spaces? Like 3 spaces. So it will return expand tabs. Why didn't it expand the, it's already, I guess, if I say 4, no, expand tabs. Probably there is also already a space, I guess, that's why. No, why is it? You need to give a number, the amount of time you are the amount of spaces you want to expand your tabs with, and I don't know why is it taking this. Okay, let me try the another way where s is equals to, okay, s is equals to hello world, and new str is equals to s dot expand tabs 4. Okay, and print. Okay, I'll check this out. We will uh, move towards the next method, which is ends with. Okay, it only return the boolean value true or false if the string ends with this, true. If it doesn't end with this, false. Only two values. So I am reading a book, sorry, dot ends with, okay, ends with read. Does it end with read? What does it? Why is it giving error? Okay, sorry. False, because the string doesn't end with read, it ends with book. And if I say, does it end with book, it will return true. Only true values, boolean value, true or false. If this, true. If not, false. Okay, the next important method is alphanumeric. Okay, wait. Is alphanumeric. Okay, it will also return the two values, boolean value true or false. It tells only that the string contains a numeric value or not. Like it is alphanumeric value. Alphanumeric value means the string having the alphabets as well as some numeric value. So it return only the true or false if it contains the alphanumeric value, true. If it doesn't contain the alphanumeric value, false. Suppose we have a string s is equals to hey ikra 123. Okay, and new str is equals to s dot alpha numeric al, no, not alphanumeric, sorry, is alphanumeric. Okay, I think we don't need to give the string here. Yeah, okay, now it's returning. I was doing some mistake here. We do not need to put the whole string here because we already bind the string with this method s dot is alphanumeric, so we do not need to give the string inside the parenthesis. So yes, is alphanumeric. If it is not alphanumeric, it will give us false. For example, hey Ikra, it's not alphanumeric, it will give us, why is it giving true? Wait, it shouldn't. Okay, there is some mistake. Okay, alphanumeric 1 2 3, these are, why is it giving true only? Alpha or numeric? Yes, it contains both. Oh yeah, it contains the both alphabets. If it contains alphabet, then it will give true, and numeric value it will give true as well. So there is another method which is lower. If the string is in lowercase, so it will return true. If it's not, then it will return false. So lowercase true. Okay, start with, there is another method, start with. Okay, it means that if the string starts with if the string starts with this character, then true. If not, then false. So, for example, I am reading book dot start starts with I, then yes, it does. It starts with I, and let me check. I am reading book dot start with. There is no attribute start with. Okay. S dot start with hello and print. Let me check. Why is it giving error? Most recent start with S with hello world. New str is equals to S start with str object has no attribute start with. Why is it taking? Okay, if I Why is it giving an error? String str, everything is starts with H. It shouldn't. Okay, let me write this again. Okay, S is equals to hello world, new str is equals to S dot starts with yes. The error was I was just giving here the argument, I was just giving it a character, but we are studying here a string method, so we must have to give it a string here. In order to get some output, we must have to give it a string as an argument in our methods. And here we studied that what is alphanumeric means. Whether it contains the alphabets or numbers, it will return a true value or true boolean value. So these are the basic methods. Okay, there is another method. There's another method which is join. Okay, join method in string is used to join the string in sequence. Okay, means that if the sequence of strings are in a list, we already studied that the string having or sequential data types, which is string and list, are used for sequential data. So join is used to join the string in sequence, mean the string that are separated by comma, it will return the sequence in order, like one after the other, one after the other. So here's an example: fruits. We define or declare a string having the fruits banana, apple. These are the sequence of values separated by a comma. Grapes. Okay, there are 4 values in the list. So we create a new string variable Now it will return all the sequence of the sequence of strings, and it will join the string in sequence because these are all separated by a comma. See, banana, apple, and grapes, it return the values in sequence and joined all the string in the sequence. So these were all the methods we use in a string because strings are the immutable objects. We cannot change their values, but we perform some operations, or we use some method to perform operations. Sorry, we use some methods to perform operations, like to capitalize the lowercase letters, to check if the string is in lowercase or not, if to check the number of repeated values, or to find a to find a value in a string, or to expand the tabs. All are the string methods. So thank you.